when they're playing the World Cup, it's so beautiful. Like Colombia will be playing, and then you see somebody with a Colombian flag on their terrace will be waving, hey Colombia, hey Colombia. It's beautiful. Argentina were playing, you see the people with Argentinian flags on their terrace. It's beautiful. When Ghana has a match, you hear it's goal. You be hearing another Ghanaian auntie, hey, Missy Tuni Fifi or Tuni Fifi or hey, the things you hear. Sometimes I'll put my hoodie on and act like I'm not Ghanaian, so like I get to hear just and stuff like that. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sugar Miss Betty and Charlie. I haven't vlogged in a long time, and I'm actually getting over one of the fears that I do have. I don't know why, but I do have a fear of opening up. But today is actually a good day. Today is a day that I feel being productive. It's my exam week actually, and the impending exam has been giving me hell. But today I'm just going to be vlogging and answering popular questions that y'all be having about nursing school while I still go out throughout and just, do the rest of the things that I have to do today. Because today I have a ton of stuff to study, like 1 billion below and thousand cents. Today is going to be a good day. I'm telling myself again, Betty, today is going to be a good day. Today is going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be an amazing day. Some of the very first questions a lot of people be asking me about nursing school is nursing school hard? Obviously, yes. It's not ununderstandable. The main thing that makes nursing school hard is the amount of material that you have to cover in the whole, 2 years. Sometimes it's a 2-year program. Sometimes it can last longer than that. But the amount of information that you have to absorb, during your nursing, your tenure of being a nursing student is overwhelming. So much so that sometimes, you have to focus on just that. So much so that sometimes it begins to alter. Some people do say nursing students don't have a social life. It's not like you can't have a social life, but it may not allow you to have a social life. It is that much of information. And also, nursing school has a different way of testing. It doesn't test facts. Nursing school exams don't test facts. They test understanding and interpretation of the facts. And it could be tricky because almost every answer in a nursing school exam is correct. That is something you have to do. But the sequence with which you do it, that is what makes the whole thing hard. It's like a whole different approach altogether. We are used to having multiple choice or just fact-based. I mean, for example, let's say your muscle is your, if they ask you something about this bicep or tricep or whatever the name is, if they ask you about it, it is one answer, bicep or tricep. You can't change it. But with nursing school, let's say somebody comes and then they can't breathe, another person is bleeding, and another person is having cardiac arrest. Who would you check first? Cardiac arrest, because the person is eligible to die first. But if you don't have that knowledge about the fact that who is going to die first, you say somebody's bleeding, like they will bleed out and they might die. By the time the person who will bleed out dies, the person who has cardiac arrest has already died, and the person who is not breathing well will also follow suit. So that's kind of like what makes nursing school difficult. It's a whole lot of information and it's a whole different interpretation altogether. That's what makes nursing school difficult. So question number 2, can you go to nursing school with a scholarship? Yes, it's possible. Anything in this country is possible. Like, believe you me when I tell you, there's the wildest things that's possible. Some people actually who live here and work here, especially in the health field, get their unions to actually pay for their fees while they go through nursing school. That's one free way of going to nursing school. But there's actually scholarships when you really do get into the nursing program. Most of them are based on GPA, and if you're not really in that kind of like a high GPA rate, because if you're in nursing school, your GPA will definitely sink anyways. But if you're lucky and you are in that 3 points something and change, they would actually, you would have scholarships that actually favor those people in there. The only thing you need is a letter. You need your GPA, proof of your GPA being in the 3-something grade, and then there's also letters of recommendation that you'd have to get from your professors to like let the people who are given the scholarship know that you're a nursing student. But yes, aside that, I don't really know for the state schools. There's actually another Ghanaian who is a YouTuber. His name is Kingsford Onyina. I think I mentioned the name right. Yes, Kingsford Onyina. He actually does videos about scholarships and grants, especially those people who like come as international students to school in this country. So yes, if FYI anybody needs information about getting to school here as an international student freely, like on scholarship basis, be it partial scholarship or full-time scholarship, or maybe somebody wants to actually get into a nursing program with scholarship basis, those are like these two instances. For nursing school kind of like runs on its own. It's like almost like the military of the whole country. They do their own thing in their own separate ways. But yes, if you're watching this and you're doing another course and you want to come into this country, check out KINGSFORD'S channel. I think I'll put him somewhere here or maybe in the description for you to know that this is KINGSFORD'S channel and that this is what he does. If you need any questions about scholarships, I'm not really the right person to ask KINGSFORD. He will be able to help. I think another question that I usually get is living in New York cheap? Living in New York is expensive. I'd say in terms of, let's say, like accommodation safe, if you want to get like, let's say one bedroom apartment could be like 1,600 and change roughly, as in previous years. I'm sure by now it's supposed to be close to $2,000 if you're getting a one bedroom apartment in New York. So yes, it is that expensive. But other states, you can get some for as low as, I don't know, 500. 500 could just, I don't know, get you like a 2-bedroom or something. But 500 in New York gets you nothing. It gets you, you can't even get a mattress with $500 in New York. So, well, I mean, if you want a good mattress, yes. But you can't even get a whole bed frame, like, full set of bed with $500 is not possible. So yes, living in New York is quite expensive as compared to other states. One question: moving from a different country and then coming into New York, living in New York, how is it like making friends and getting exposed to different people? And I'd say, first of all, it's not quite difficult based on your personality type. A lot of people don't like to make friends. Some people are like really open. A lot of people don't really like to open like that. Me, for instance, the very first time I actually came in, my peer mentor would tell you, Rolanda, I don't know if you're watching this. If you're watching this, hi. Thank you for everything. I mean, I can't say thank you enough. My peer mentor actually warmed me into like meeting people and then making friends. I was so glad that when I started college, my peer mentor actually eased me into meeting people and talking to them. If not, I would have been friendless by then. It's pretty easy. It's not really that difficult, especially in your neighborhood. There are some neighborhoods, especially this one that I live in, there's a lot of people who are really open. There's the African store where like a lot of Africans meet there. They'll talk to you, how you mami to say, oh, asa oba hanche, like you just came here, what is your name, your frau, saying all of those nice, sweet, beautiful stuff. So yeah, meeting people and then getting acquainted is not really that difficult. You will not be lonely if you decide to move into New York, or like because New York, basically people do say New York is a boiling point. New York is like a patchwork quilt of cultures. Far block, so you just hear somebody speaking Chi, like something like that. So yes, making friends in New York it's not really that difficult. I mean, there's a lot of Ghanaians, it's a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Kenyans. I think I've heard a couple of people speak French, some Cote d'Ivoire, Ivorians people. Ivorians, blefo. Ivorians are here. In this particular area, I haven't really seen Chinese people, but they're in the other side. There's Spanish people, there's Argentinian people. When they're playing the World Cup, it's so beautiful. Like, Colombia will be playing and then you see somebody with a Colombian flag on their terrace will be waving, hey Colombia, hey Colombia. It's beautiful. Argentina will play, you see the people with Argentinian flags on their terrace. It's beautiful. When Ghana has a match, you hear it's goal. It's like that. Excuse me. It's like that. So yeah, making friends, it's not difficult, especially in New York, because there's different cultures around. Be hearing another Ghanaian auntie, hey, Miss Tunififi or Tunififi or The things you hear. Sometimes I'll put my hoodie on and act like I'm not Ghanaian, so like I get to hear just and stuff. It's beautiful. You get to hear different languages, you get to meet different people. It's beautiful. Meeting people and then finding friends in New York is not difficult at all. Oh, I almost forgot. Another popular question that I really do get a lot is, why is it that when people come into this country, their accent changes? Ha! This one, let me sip some water for it. Okay, so basically it's for two reasons. Well, for me, I believe like when you move into a different neighborhood, it's like a natural instinct. You begin to definitely talk like them, you begin to behave like them. That's the thing with cultural assimilation. Like it's like that, you know. Definitely the language will like rub off on you in a way. Another reason why me and then I think another friend who I talked to about the same issue, you know, opened up. He was saying sometimes when you have an African accent, you get discriminated against. But then for me, I feel like the accent just gives me the chance to blend in. Well, some people can literally tell, like, you know, you're African, but then other people, they can't tell. So you just I don't know, switch up your accent. It's not everybody that discriminates against somebody who has an accent, but some people do say, yeah, man, you got a thick accent. Some people do, but it doesn't really matter. I have my thick Ghanaian accent, I will still talk like that. Hello. But yeah, if I can choose to switch up my accents too, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so one final question before I wrap up my video, because I'm almost about to study. Like it's what, 12:36 p.m. I've, you know, done whatever I'm supposed to do. But one last question is, what do I think of life in terms of like the extremes? If you ask me, is life worth living, I would say yes, life is worth living. But if you ask me about my idea about life, what exactly do I think about life? I think life is a gift. Depending on, you know, your age and how you see it, life is a beautiful gift. Other people are, believe you me, I've seen other people in the hospital with wounds as deep that you could literally see their bones. Others are, you know, on life support. Others have chest tubes draining. Some people can't breathe. So yes, I would basically say life is a gift. It's something to be thankful for. And I would use this like this question to just talk to somebody. If you know you have life, you have everything, it doesn't really matter if things are not going your way. Somebody is begging to be in that situation that you're in right now, having the optimum strength. Believe you me when I tell you, there's people who literally, even before they eat, they have to, you know, take a little bit of their blood and just test it to see if their insulin levels are okay. Those with juvenile diabetes, every single time there's a needle prick before they eat. Fasting glucose you take. When they're about to take lunch, you take. When they're about to take dinner, you take. A junk load of medications that they're being given. But you're here, you have breath, you can breathe, no chest tubes, no nasal tubes, nothing. You don't have a drainage system in your head draining fluid out. You can talk. Charlie, what else do you need? You know, life is a beautiful gift. Every single opportunity that you're being given, take advantage of it and then use it to your full potential. Do something. If it's something that you want to do, if it's a YouTube channel you want to start, just start your YouTube channel. If it's a class you want to take the class. If it's a business you want to start it. It doesn't matter if somebody has done it before. People, you know, already came. I mean, people were hit before Black Sharif even started, you know, doing music. But Black Sharif is reigning. This is his time right now. It doesn't matter. He could have said, oh yeah, Sarkodie is doing rap music, or Sarkodie is doing, you know, music. So because Sarkodie is doing music, I wouldn't do music. Like, it doesn't make sense. But he's doing what he has to do. I mean, that's just like an example. But there's no guarantee the moment you start to know it go blow. But it's a learning process. the person you have to be before you are successful has to, come into full potential, has to come into full realization before you can actually, be successful. Success matches with that personality. God wouldn't give you, your dreams or your wishes when you don't have the capacity to manage them. So I'd say if you have life, you have everything. Just work on everything that you have. Just be working on it. If it's I don't know, an instrument you want to learn, just learn. Find your purpose. As long as you have life, you have everything. Just make sure you make an impact in somebody's life, because that's the only thing that matters. But please, and please, again, if you are having, thoughts about life is not worth it, I am not worth it, or I'm struggling or something, just take a look back at people who don't have what you have. You can literally make it practical. Take a pen and paper, scribble something down. The little things that you are grateful for. Number one, you're grateful for life. Number two, you're breathing. Somebody doesn't have that. You can taste. Somebody can't taste nothing. You can see. Somebody can't even, that person doesn't have sight. Somebody is on roll for kidney transplants. You have full function kidneys. That's enough to be grateful for. So I think this will be the last question that I'll answer, because I'm running out of time. It's almost 1 and I have to study. I have a junk load of stuff to study. So yes, basically that's what I was saying. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. Thank you for sticking and staying with me. Thank you for watching up to this end of the vlog. If you have any questions about the fields and then the niches that I wouldn't say specialize in, but yes, the niches that I kind of know a little bit about, I'll definitely just reply. I'm mini pansu your day. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being my audience up to this point. I love you. I always will. This has been and would always be your girl, Miss Betty. I see you. Peace out.